Hello grade 11s, welcome to our lesson on how to develop questions in order to collect data. Developing questions forms part of the statistical process. The statistical process has 6 interconnected stages: posing a question, collecting data, organizing data, summarizing data, graphing or representing data, and analyzing data. The whole process relies on the collection of useful data. Choosing an appropriate data collection method is important because if the data collection is done in an unreliable way, the data will be useless. Data can be collected using observations, interviews, and questionnaires. Both interviews and questionnaires rely on a set list of questions. The way the questions are phrased can influence how the data is collected and the results of the investigation. These questions should not express the personal feelings of the researcher and should be short and easy to understand. Where possible, the questions should have multiple choice answers. It is very important that the data is not biased or misrepresented in any way. Otherwise, we cannot form valid conclusions. The word biased means to show favor for or against someone or something unfairly, and also to influence someone or something unfairly. The word misrepresented means to mislead someone or something, or to give a false account of what happened. Let us look at some questions and discuss if they are reliable or not. Do you agree with the plans to save lives of innocent people by making public transportation safety inspections stricter? This question expresses the researchers' feelings about the public transport safety inspections. They obviously feel that the stricter inspections will make the transport system safer. Anyone who answers this question will feel like they have to say yes. This means that the question is unreliable. A better way to ask the question would be, do you agree with the plans to make public transportation safety inspections stricter? Let's look at another question. How do you feel about drug use in South Africa? This question could have a lot of different responses, and for that reason, it is called a broad question. It is difficult to collect meaningful data from broad questions, so let's see how we can change it to be better. We can make the question into a multiple choice question, adding the answers: a very serious problem, of concern but not a critical issue, a minor problem, it is not an issue in South Africa. As you can see, the way questions are phrased is hugely important. Let's look at a questionnaire that a group of students is developing. This group has identified that there is a serious drinking problem in the community, so they want to find out how many underage students in their school drink alcohol and smoke regularly. They'll collect data from the school through a questionnaire. Luto is a member of the group and has drawn up 4 questions for the questionnaire. Let's take a look at them. What is your name? What grade are you in? Do you drink alcohol if you're underage? Do you destroy your lungs by smoking cigarettes? If we have a look at Luto's questions, we can see that they are straightforward and easy to understand. However, they are not all reliable and unbiased. Let us have a closer look. The first question asks for the student's name. If a student puts down their name on the questionnaire, they have identified themselves. This means that if the questionnaire asks a question that might get the student into trouble, they may lie. If the questionnaire does not require names, the answers will be more honest. Remember, names are not useful if they don't form part of the data you want to analyze. Asking for the student's grade will give an idea of the age of the participant. It is a reliable question and is unbiased. It is good to find out what the student's grades or ages are so that you know where your data comes from. Question 3 and 4 are unreliable questions and are biased. These questions are worded in a judgmental way and could influence how they will be answered. We could rather ask the questions differently. In question 3, Luto asked, do you drink alcohol if you are underage? This question should be rephrased as, do you drink alcohol? Here, the answers to this question can only be yes or no. This removes all judgment and gives the student a chance to be honest without feeling like a bad person. In question 4, Luther asked, "Do you destroy your lungs by smoking cigarettes?" This question should be rephrased as, "Do you smoke cigarettes?" Again, the answers to this question can only be yes or no, therefore removing all judgment and lowering the chances of the answers being unreliable. You do not know if a student is going to answer the old question truthfully, as they might be hurt and feel judged by the fact that they are smoking and could be destroying their lungs. A questionnaire must provide space on the paper for people to write down their answers. The easiest questions to answer are ones that ask the participant to tick a box that indicates their answer. Here is Luther's final version of the questionnaire. At the top it says, "Thank you for participating in our research. These questions will be used to collect data on how many students within the school drink alcohol and smoke cigarettes. Tick the box of the answer that applies to you." The tick boxes make collecting data much easier. Luther suggested that the group give every student a questionnaire to fill in. The rest of the group was quite unhappy with this idea. They thought it would be too much work. In this case, the whole school is called the population. The data the group will collect is meant to be an accurate representation of what is happening in the population. The group will not give questionnaires to the whole school. They will give them to a sample of the population. This sample needs to have people that represent the whole school. For example, males and females and students from all grades should fill out the questionnaire. This will provide a better picture of what is happening throughout the school. Population, the entire group that is the focus of the survey. Sample, a small number of people that represent the population as a whole. Thank you for joining us, grade 11s. Remember to look at the tasks for this section in the Working with Data Handling task video. You will also be able to learn more about data handling on our website, www.mindset.co.za/learn. Goodbye.